Happy New Year. Hello guys, this is NC, place for children, Mr. A&D. And man, first of all, I want to wish everybody a Happy New Year out here. It's been a while since you guys seen me because we just took a vacation, basically damn near from Thanksgiving, but mostly Christmas and New Year's, and we didn't have anything pre-recorded to put up for you guys to be able to watch. But we're all right, and you know, me and Prime was busy. He traveled, and I was here with my family, and we were doing things, and the whole Nerd Coalition was just out doing things, so there was no concert. Please forgive me for that. So I said, well, why don't we come back with the first Raw of the new year, because I have not done a Raw review in a while, and Smackdown, and come out here and start the new year off fresh. But then it was hard to focus on Raw because of what was going on Monday Night Football. And for those who don't know, if you're on social media, if you're just on the internet right now, especially by now, the news about the safety from the Buffalo Bills, was it Delmar Hamlin, I believe his name is, he collapsed on the field. And now I'm a basketball guy. I've seen it's still a scary situation. I have seen basketball players collapse on the court and stuff like that before because, you know, in large hearts and things like that. But I went back and actually, I was watching Raw, and Prime hit me up and said, well, I'm not going to say exactly what he said, but I'm saying, but he hit me up. I was like, what's going on Monday Night Football? And he was just like, yo, some guy collapsed and we don't know if he's dead. And I'm like, what? And I turned to it. Well, actually, my wife and my sister was over and they was watching TV. So I was like looking at my phone, and I looked at the play, and it looked like it wasn't nothing like I thought it was gonna be like a squeamish type thing, or for wrestling fans I didn't know that Sid Vicious ankle break or something like that, or something where somebody it really like messed him up. But it was just like a normal play that he made on the receiver. He tackled him, and then that was it. And he got back up, and then he collapsed. And then what made him so scared, like he collapsed, and you didn't know if it was like an injury timeout or something like that. They had to go, you know, because they usually do that in football. But this was serious. Like, everybody was crowded around them, and then the ambulance actually came out. They actually had to shock this man's heart, like to get it started again, perform CPR. Like, this man, like, if they weren't there, if they were not there, he would have been dead easily. Like, we still don't even know because he's in critical condition right now. And they had to sedate him, and you know, when you deal with cardiac arrest or heart attack, stuff like that, you don't mess around with stuff like that, man. And unfortunately, we are praying for this guy, 24 years old, young guy, and it just made Raw kind of a distraction, to be honest with you, because you know you care about the health of humanity, you know. And I understand it was a big playoff game, not a playoff game, it was a big end of season game because to determine the outcome of the playoffs, but that's not even important right now. And whatever the NFL does for it leading up to it, we don't necessarily know. The game has been suspended, and it's good on the NFL for suspending the game. If it was Vince, game keep going. You know what I'm saying? There would be some backlash for that. But I pray with him, and I hope his, you know, and I pray for his family, and you know, just offer best wishes as I can, because that stuff is scary, and you don't want to be. I don't want to be watching my son play sports, or you know, or my daughter, or whatever the case may be, and then they collapse on that. That has got to be scary, especially when it comes to your kids. And I know his mom was in the stands, had to come in there and ride the ambulance with him, and that I know that woman ain't get no sleep. I know that woman has not gotten any sleep, or his parents, if his father's there too. The woman ain't get no sleep. So, but best wishes to them, and I pray for them. And then we go on to our Monday Night Raw review, the first Raw of 2023. And the way they was building up this Raw, you would sit there and think like, okay, man, well, it should be a killer, but it was a Raw. It was like spinning the wheels. I'm like, Royal Rumble's this month, y'all. Okay, so I understand December, but Royal Rumble's this month. Like, we really got to get this kind of stuff together. Fix this camera a little bit here. So, honestly, I'm just going to go to the cliff notes of things that happened. Not going to give an extensive review because I'm going to try to go away from doing extensive reviews. in 2023 of like full breakdown of like match breakdown, like it was a headlock here, stuff like that. I won't try to get away from all that stuff. But the Bloodline came out, and obviously that loss from Smackdown, which unfortunately I didn't get to review, but that was a John Cena Smackdown, and they came out and they just was wrecking shit like their name was the Nexus, right? They come out there and there's wreck stuff, and then all of a sudden Kevin Owens comes down there and they're like, yo, we gonna take on Kevin Owens too. But no, the rest of the locker room came down there. I seen Cedric and Shelton Benjamin. I was sitting there thinking to myself like, okay, y'all slowly working. I'm really thinking 2023 Her Business Reunion, but we got our predictions coming up on the podcast. We got the Best Of podcast coming up, but I got my predictions for that, so y'all stay tuned for all that. But they came down and tried to even up the odds. Adam Pearce came and said, well, we're gonna put all y'all in matches tonight. I'm like, okay, that's punishment, I guess, to say the least. They have Alexa Bliss taking on Bianca Belair for the Women's Championship. This matchup, like, Bianca really kind of dominated this matchup, and it really didn't turn around for Alexa until they was on the outside, and then she had Bianca, and there was some guy in the audience with the Uncle Howdy mask. It was kind of funny though, because the security was trying to back this guy up, and I was like, oh, he's part of the show. I could honestly tell. And he just staring at Alexa. Alexa was like, oh, freaked out. Then she goes to the top rope inside the ring, and on the other side of the barricade there's another guy that's staring her down. And all of a sudden she's like, and then all of a sudden the wasp symbol shoots up on the screen, and next thing you know, she just snaps. She snaps, and then she starts taking out Bianca, beats her down, gives her a DDT on the steel steps, and Bianca lips like starts bleeding, like, and then she goes back and it gives her another DDT on the steel steps. Bianca Belair is great. One thing I kind of think, like, when people be doing like heavy damage to Bianca Belair, it's kind of like, yo, me personally, I don't know, sell it a little bit more. Like, you got DDT twice on the steel steps, you probably should be a limp dead body. You know what I'm saying, kind of thing. And she was like rolling around like kind of like my stomach hurt a little bit, or even kind of hold your head a little bit, type of thing like that. Because I was just like, or just stay laid on the steel steps. Those are little nitpicks that I know everybody's not going to agree with, but little nitpicks I wish Bianca Belair would work on. Montez Ford came out and helped her during the commercial break, and they end up showing that. We also, Elias begs Adam Pearce backstage that he wants to match with Solo Sikoa, and since we're in Nashville, they're going to give him the Music City Street fight. I'm gonna say, okay, another with Solo Sikoa, and then the Street Profits going to have a 6-man tag with Kevin Owens. They will team with Kevin Owens to face, the Usos and Sami Zayn. And I was just like, okay, well, that's it. The Music City Street Fight was okay. I mean, this was like a hardcore match with just music weapons, but Elias loses by when he gets the spinning solo on the piano that's on the outside. The 6-man tag team was pretty cool, but that ended when Sheamus and Drew McIntyre came in and started beating up everybody, and then because they got a tag team title match this Friday, I believe it comes, with the Usos. So they kind of broke everything down also. Oh, by the way, this Hardy guy who's supposed to be singing at the Royal Rumble, or performing at the Royal Rumble, he came in during the Elias match and tried to help him out. It still didn't work. And I was like, I kind of like misdocumented that, because I really, frankly, didn't care. We start seeing a Cody package, because we know Cody's coming back. So now he's going to come back at the Royal Rumble, but they got to find a way, because I think he's going to be the one that's going to beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. We just got to make people like him again. Then they had that middle of the show. Like I said, it was just a run-of-the-mill show. It wasn't too much build up to the Royal Rumble like I would have wanted, when they had Dexter Lumis taking on Chad Gable. Dexter Lumis wins. I mean, there was some interference from Otis, but the way he does the roll-up win, I was just like, I like Dexter Lumis, but as a face, unless you're doing stuff with Indy Hartwell, sure. But right now, I mean, like, his gimmick is more heelish than anything, to be honest with you. Going on to Becky Lynch and Bayley have the war of words. Where Becky talks about, Bayley's always hiding somebody's shadow, and Bayley just basically says, look, why don't you go ahead and face my girls? You can find a partner. Becky doesn't really care, but who comes out to help her out? Michin. I'm gonna call him me and Yim. Okay, and they come out and they have a tag team matchup. Me and Yim hits the eat the feet on Dakota Kai, but as she's going down for the eat the feet, Io Sky hits her with the moonsault and pins her, and that's how her team wins. The best thing to me personally on Raw was one of the best things, because the main event was really good. They also had Dominic Mysterio, who just got out of jail. Who, if anybody has seen, they did it for Thanksgiving. I know they're gonna do it for Christmas. He gets arrested for invading his father's house on Christmas, and him and Rhea Ripley, and he was getting in the car, getting like, "Mommy, you gotta save me. I'm not gonna make it in jail." And then now he's out of jail. He got the toothpick in his mouth and stuff like that. He got the hair slicked back, got the white beater on and stuff like that. He just cause the promo, you know how jail changes a man. You know, saying I did hard time because he was at night. Dominic's becoming really entertaining as a heel. The growth, I like the growth. So this match between him and Mysterio at WrestleMania, which it should be, it looks like it's gonna be good. So I enjoyed that. The main event was Seth Rollins taking on Austin Theory for United States Championship. That was a really, really good matchup. And Austin Theory won clean when he was working on Seth Rollins' knee, and he put him for the was the 8-count down. So Raw basically was just a run-of-the-mill show. Wasn't nothing really special about it, but I enjoyed the main event. I enjoyed the Bloodline stuff, and then I enjoyed the Dominic stuff. And Alexa Bliss things, it's keeping me curious. So this is the way I plan on doing reviews, kind of from now on, like more of like a skim. I actually may turn them into shorts. I've been trying to work with some things for YouTube Shorts to try to change some things in 2023. But in the meantime, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Post your comments down below how you guys feel about Monday Night Raw. Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed my review. Hit the subscribe button for more WWE content or wrestling content right here on NC Studios. So once again, it's NC, a place to be. Channel 20 Mr. Indy, and the Nerd Coalition is out, and y'all keep your prayers and your thoughts and your good wishes to Dunbar Hammond, the safety for the Buffalo Bills, because he really needs it right now. You know what I'm saying? We got start off 2023 positive. Okay, see y'all.